Hello everybody and welcome to round 4 of the last chance qualifier at SteamCon 2018 for the Guild Ball World Championship. We have got Hunters versus Blacksmiths. It's going to be a bit of a slog, I think, this one.
Yeah, it's kind of... Generally, Hunters like to kind of sit back and take who they can get, and that's generally going to be apprentices when it's the Blacksmiths, so they'll be protected.
The Blacksmiths have their reinforced plating, most likely, so...
I imagine it's going to be pretty cagey.
Yep. Settle in, folks.
Yes.
Get yourself a hot drink.
Be a nice...
Get some snacks around you.
Nice short one to wrap up on. So just so you're aware of what they're playing for, if you're only just joining us, there are 2 spots for the last chance qualifier because the Italian winner couldn't make it. So 2 spots up for grabs. I'm assuming they'll go to first and second. But
would make sense.
I don't know. So cards sorted.
Sorted.
That is.
This has
you now
full
have
back.
that side.
So wing back. Yeah. So this is Alistair's.
Yep.
This
and
is for
James,
the Blacksmiths.
Is it?
And James.
James for the Hunters.
For the Hunters. So if we could go have a look at the table, we'll have a look what their picks were. So a few things about the squads they were running. Blacksmiths have everybody except Cast, and the Hunters have everyone except neither of the Hearns and no Matagi.
Okay.
So neither of the Hearns is a brave choice,
Matagi
I think.
being a crossover Falconer.
From Falconers, yeah. So it looks like Anvil Sledge, Iron. Who's Iron's Master?
It doesn't necessarily have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but
I believe it's Ferrite.
Ferrite,
the Master, and then Faris and Bolt. And then you've got Theron.
You got Theron, Fahad,
J-Car.
J-Car's a roller. That's
Minx.
Rocky's a roller. V-Minx. And the Bear.
Yeah.
Cena. And for the
game plan
cards for the Blacksmiths, he has got at the top of his. So he had a poor draw. He had a bad draw.
Not good.
It is no good. Yeah, go for the knees for +5. Wing backs for +4. Keep the ball moving for +4. Dig deep for +2, and the offside trap for +1. So some decent card effects, but on the whole, on the lower side of numbers.
And over on the Hunter side, we've got Sell It to the Crowd for a +6, Fullback for a +5, Hunker Down for a +1, Won't Touch the Hair for a +3, and Lone Striker for that big juicy +7.
So his lowest card is a +3?
You've got a lowest of a +1, so it's 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Over here is the spread.
This is 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, so...
You tend to say that favours the Hunters. And I think in general this matchup probably favours the Hunters.
Interesting one. So for the... no, I'm not sure who the chosen captain was for.
Is there a general considered favoured captain at the moment? I know Ferrite generally was seen as a very good captain, but then you saw Burnish become quite popular towards the tail end, if I remember correctly.
Anvil has taken some favour due to his legendary play. So I'm sure we'll find out as soon as someone gets a stack. But unfortunately, we missed that on the player mics. Guys in streams chat, can you not see anything on your screen?
Yeah, let us know if you've got anything on. Got anything coming through.
By all accounts on our end, it's all working. If you hit refresh, maybe let us know after that.
The proverbial turn it on and off again.
Yeah. So Blacksmiths here.
Granted, if you don't have a picture at the moment, you're not missing out on much.
It's just deployment for kickoff. The Blacksmiths are kicking to the Hunters. And that was a choice by the Hunter player, I believe. Now, I was there with them before.
So we've got no video and just sound, apparently. There is no video going through. Which is weird.
So I was with the players before, just taking down their game plan cards. and both of them have been drinking quite heavily during the day.
Great.
And shared a hip flask of rum before the game.
An entire? Or just
Not an entire,
sip?
just sip each.
Okay.
A polite sip.
Okay. Cool.
Our blacksmiths player, Alistair, was a little bit unkeen to share the rum, to take the drink. I think he was like, you can have that rum, I'll have the like 1% extra chance this gives me. And he was like, actually, you know what, I'll just drink some.
So it looks like Ronan's going to have a fiddle to see what's going on stream. I so maybe that we bring it down and put it back up, so if it does cut out, that's intentional.
Yeah. So I'll type it in chat just in case anyone hasn't got audio. Just going to bring it all down.
I hope that fixed everything. We back? We good?
Yeah, are we good? We're back.
We good?
All right. I think we're back. So a quick run through for everybody. The teams are for the blacksmiths: Anvil, Sledge, Iron, Ferrite, Ferris, and Bolt. We don't know yet who the captain is, so we'll wait for a big stack to go down or
the allocation goes. And then you've got Theron, Fahad, Jakar, Zarola, Vetminx, and Cena for the Hunters. The Hunters are receiving, and Sledge was the player that performed the kickoff.
Yeah. Plot card wise, we have Favour is in the Hunters' court, but the blacksmiths have, starting with their highest, go for the knees at +5. Wingbacks +4, keep the ball moving +4, dig deep +2, and the offside trap +1.
And the Hunters have Lone Striker as the big juicy +7, Won't Touch the Hair as a +3, Hunker Down as a +1, Fullback as a +5, and Sell It to the Crowd as a +6.
For those of you who've been with the stream all day, Aaron Wilson has made it home.
He's officially tapped out.
He's tapped out for today. He'll be trying to make the journey tomorrow. Unlucky, buddy. So Theron put down the forest, ran up, snapped the ball.
And now, regretting not sun-striking, and goes for pinned on Sledge. Two dice needing a 4. Nails it.
2 damage snared. And he is now pinned.
So now we are late in the day. Where you at, chat? Where we watching from?
Yeah, let us know.
I'm thoroughly expecting the toilet from some hilarious joker now. And now everyone's going to say that because it's even
Twitch,
more funny when you lean into it.
2 more damage from the heroic ability. 4 damage total. From work. I'm naughty.
And Twitch chat does not disappoint.
Yeah.
So we've got Texas, still here from earlier. Virginia at work. Got Belgium. We, of course, have the toilet. South Carolina.
From Dubai. Is that on YouTube? Yep. Someone watching from Dubai on YouTube?
Chicago, please don't yell too loud. Don't want to get caught. So we need to not say it too loud that Rantheron is watching from Chicago.
At work.
Probably at work. Maybe while next to a partner, supposed to be holding conversation, paying attention to what they're doing. Perhaps not, but don't, just whatever you do, not too loud.
For guys asking, we do not yet know who the Smiths captain is. We missed it during their setup.
Yeah.
So
looking at it, I think it's Anvil. He has the biggest stack, but we're not entirely certain.
Yeah. Anvil makes sense, in my opinion. I mean,
Milwaukee, Dubai, big list.
Yeah. Anvil seems the right choice. He gives everyone tough hide when he's captain for the legendary turn, and we all know the Hunters really don't like tough hide.
Yeah.
Or at least in Season 3 they didn't. Going into it now, I just don't think there's any tooled up in the guild, and we don't have the... what's her name? Minerva? No, not Minerva, the pair-up that puts out the... Oh, I can't think of anything. It's too late in the day. Harrier AoE. Oh, God.
Brain's got to mush. I believe you're talking about Minerva, maybe?
I said Minerva. I wasn't sure. That's why I was like, I think it's Minerva. She puts out the Harrier AoE and makes all the killing in that AoE horrible.
Minerva.
Yeah, Minerva, Matagi. Matagi's not in the lineup. I'm surprised Minerva's not here. Smiths like to bunch up.
Yep.
Having a big AoE that kills them quicker under that.
It may just be that looking for that extra damage coming from the bear and the cat instead with when you're hitting someone that's snared. So
Cena's playbook, nicely structured so that whatever you roll, that's how much damage you do. Crucial Artery, Feral, so he can make 3 attacks in a turn effectively. +1 damage against models for snared remains, so effectively 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tough hide, mauling, 4-inch push and 3 damage. And Crucial Artery.
It was indeed Theron, Farhad, Vetmink, Cena, J-Car and Zorola as the Hunters lineup.
Yep.
So we were having a conversation ahead of going live.
Oh, yes.
So which chat think is worse?
Yeah.
Just losing to someone by they beat you 12-0 or conceding? Because we've seen a lot of conceding.
Well, we've seen 3 concedes.
So it hits sort of the opponent on 10 VPs or whatever and then just conceding. See, I see conceding as like a tap out, submit, like I can't win, I'm out. So I think submitting is like more satisfying if my opponent concedes than if I just beat them. But you think...
I think
the
if
counter.
You are getting beaten considerably, like your opponent has outplayed you, you can rob them the finishing blow by conceding, being like, yeah, you know what, I concede. Rather than you win, I concede.
Right.
I have the final say on this game because I concede. Not you've won.
So that's our 2 viewpoints. Let us know in the chat which you think, which side you sit on in terms of getting beaten or conceding, which is more satisfying when your opponent.
I think there's a personal ego thing there of being like, I don't want to lose, so I'm going to concede.
Right.
And that's my choice. You've not beaten me, but you have. But I'm conceding.
But you think there's like a weird, like almost like loophole,
a
psychological loophole.
It's a psychological thing, I think. Yeah, so I'm in agreement. You should just take the loss, and you should play it out because dice are dice. And
no, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah. I don't think that's how it should be. But I think
we're both in the same camp that you should play out the game because you should try to win.
But if someone concedes, I get just as much, if not more, satisfaction from that than beating someone. Because it's the same result. I bested you, but I bested you to a point where you don't even see a way out. You're willing to give up before dice are rolled.
Yeah.
And that to me is better.
Whereas I think if you concede, because you rob them of that finishing blow, they don't get to finish their game, which they wanted to unravel. Like they've built towards this final 2 or 4 VPs, and you're actually like, you know what? No. Don't bother, you've beaten me. But I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to concede. So So, guys in chat, what are your thoughts on this?
So generally the opinion coming in is you don't concede, which I think we agree on.
We agree you should not concede a game.
Because dice are dice and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. But the other thing we've said is because we saw Steve Easton concede at 12-0, at 10-0 when he conceded, I think that's the time.
No, you didn't 12-0 me.
You didn't 10-0. You told me.
And then I said I'm out.
Yeah. Fraser conceded in the last game, and then I neglected to remember the player's name in the second game, but also a concession.
HP versus Pash.
That was it, yeah. Pash conceded? Or HP?
HP won. So
HP, oh, sorry, that was just timeout, yeah. So we've seen 2 today. All right, we've got action in turn 1. Oh my God, we didn't need to talk. And Phil had the time. Looks like the bear is looking at a charge potentially, or wander in and maul some people.
So it was a midnight offering
to push him forwards.
Yeah. Generally, you see midnight offering used to move Theron back out of trouble, but didn't really need to. So Cena goes forwards.
I quite like veteran Minx having the trap in the forest, so the pin activation from Sledge goes through a forest, gets hit by the trap.
Yeah, so I like that. Pop the trap in the forest. It's fun.
What was chat saying?
Just generally that don't concede.
Just don't concede. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Just play it out. It's the best way to play it.
And you also save your opponent the mental fatigue of having to finish it off, knowing that they're going to go forward to play more.
Yeah.
If you really want to stick it to them, make them play it, make it awkward.
Make them
drag
work
it out.
for it, yeah.
But don't, if you're on stream, don't ever.
Do that,
just don't do that.
So that was Sledge taking the damage from a trap. I believe it's 2 or 1.
Is that Minx's trap?
Well, they're all the same now.
2 damage.
They're no longer... the traps all got standardized.
Okay, so yeah, I believe it is 2 damage. Which will leave Sledge on 7, I believe. Oh, 1 and snared. So leaves him on 8. Thanks, Aaron.
I think it's 1 damage, yeah.
Yeah, 1 damage and snared.
Yeah. And Sledge there, keeping the damage but clearing snared. Eight wounds left on Sledge.
Mm-hmm.
J-Car here, just walking up to 7, throwing down his trap. He's not changed, has he? I don't think.
Let's have a look. Not outside of the standardised trap.
Yeah. Still 4-0. Playbook's still the same. Yeah, right. Solid player.
I think he's generally been kind of a staple.
Yeah. He does what he does well, but he has inherent weaknesses. It's good. It's good.
He can score. He can kill things.
Remember in season 2 when it was all about killing the mascots? He would be the mascot killer.
He was good at killing most. He's always been good at killing things.
Guys in chat saying J-Car's odd to see. I believe the reasoning for for James was that he wants some anatomical.
Yeah, because he knows the armor is potentially going to be an issue.
Like you go hit those apprentices, we've got a little bit less armor.
I guess the other option would be like Chaska or something, where you've got your character Chaska, plays instead. Yeah. Well, but you don't. Chaska doesn't present a goal threat, and if
no, but he kills like anything. His boombox got a boost.
But I feel like with this lineup, dependent on where you were planning positioning wise to have your models.
Yep.
If you go Chaska, your threats on goal are significantly more limited.
Well, I think if you go Chaska, you are committing to the kill game because his boombox does 6 damage.
Yeah, and at that point, you're committing to a kill game primarily on apprentices, and you're just looking at just deleting them as best as you can.
I mean, the amazing thing with Chaska, like, you put down your trap, you shoot them with the boombox, that's 7 damage.
Yeah.
If you're blessing, you shoot them again, that's 13 damage. That's a dead apprentice.
That's a dead apprentice. So Faris, I believe, going for a charge on the bear.
Oh. So Faris charging the bear.
10 dice.
Nice. 7 hits. Wrap to the 2, so stagger knockdown. Yeah, so knockdown, stagger.
Boombox is now once per turn, though.
Oh, is
so
it?
Got a boost, but you can only use it once.
Got it.
So yeah, I think I prefer JK.
Yeah, that's fair.
Less kind of funneling you into your routes to victory.
Yeah,
I think that's what JK always offers. Is he's kind of like really flexible. You can make him work with however the game dictates you need him to work.
Yes, Faris was aware she was snared and took that into account.
Yeah, yeah.
Bear removes conditions from momentum. Makes his free attack. Seven dice. To bring up Cena. Oh! Just the one.
Takes the double push.
Just blocks off Iron's avenue a little. One to swing again. No momentous double push. Four damage potentially coming in.
I believe the snare was cleared by the momentum generated by the attack, which is why it's the 7 rather than the 8 dice. Last one.
Armor 3 is so brutal. Takes a knockdown, horse runs away. Whoops, wrong game. Bear still got its movement. Just pull back out, get away from Iron. Stop some of that momentum generation.
Yeah. So we've got Iron.
I think it's just Iron
left. Or is
left.
that Ferrite? No, Ferrite's... Oh, I don't know who that influence belongs to.
I believe it belongs to Iron.
Yeah.
He's got, sorry, Ferrite's got the get over here Iron, I believe. Hence why he's up the pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
bumping with the battering ram.
Yep.
And then
walking through, getting to within 1 inch of J-Car. And so his knockdowns on 3, rolling 6 dice.
Most frequently asked question in this game: what's the knockdown on?
Yeah. I missed there if the counter was. Oh wow! Wow! All 6 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knockdown double push if you want it, or 4, just 4 damage. Be my 2 picks there.
Does
Takes
take
the
knockdown double push.
It's a good setup for next turn, and just welcome to the pain
Between
town.
a horse and a hard place.
3 more attacks. So 6, boosted up for 7. Threes. Momentous 4.
This is J-Car, right?
Yep. This is where Smiths really hurt. Their damage output is so good.
Yep.
Momentous 2. If you can hit them, the damage output is so good.
Yep. Sometimes feels a bit like Tapper.
Yeah,
and it's like you don't quite get enough, and you're like,
momentous fall, non-momentous fall, or hooper.
Yeah, where you got like those kind of critical success rates you're looking for. It's like I want 2 or 4.
3 is nothing.
If you're knocked down already, I do not want 3.
Yeah.
And ideally, I don't want 1.
Yeah. Jakar has 4 health left. Yeah, guys in chat, I think agreeing with what I was thinking mentally going into this, I'd be looking for more goals than takeouts.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially when you see Anvil go down as captain. You're like, you're gonna have a turn that's basically a time warp where you.
So is that captain announcement during?
Yeah.
During the draft stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as you see Anvil, game plan decks. Oh, James changing his mind. 3 momentum versus I don't know how many.
Well, no, he said he was looking for momentum when he was kind of taking results.
Blacksmiths have a bit of a choice. I quite like their option of go for the knees. It's their high card, but it gives +1 attack to Iron, so he I don't think he even needs it.
I mean, if you can get that bear locked down with Faris.
Yeah. So, yeah, he goes go for the knees, and Iron gets +1 attack. And won't touch
the hair, coming out as a +3 from James.
And the effects?
Choose 1 friendly squaddy model who gets poised.
The bear's pretty good choice for that. You know that's going to be the secondary target.
It is good.
And it goes on the bear.
Bear's also got a very good counter attack.
Yeah.
Double push.
Did the bear lose his roll? Yeah, because that was to facilitate his furious charge.
Yeah. Bear does have crucial archery. That didn't do any damage last time.
Seems a mistake.
Models on the opponent's side of the pitch. What's going on?
All right.
2 of them, nevertheless.
And let's see Iron off. Probably Iron.
So getting an additional influence from Won't Touch the Hair.
Nice.
Which I'm guessing is the one that will go on to JCar to force the takeout.
It's freebie.
Yeah.
Just like I can hit you, drop my trap, hit you.
Do you think if there was no influence allocated to him, that changes getting rid of him?
I don't think so. Kill's on the table, you take it, and then you move into the bear. James says, oh, sorry, pause. Oh, well, click the clock onto him. He gets an extra influence, and
so
goes into Theron.
In my brain, that's still on JCar.
Yeah. 4 momentous death.
4 and
2
JCar
points
goes down
to Alistair.
And I wonder if he's going to go for a goal with Ion, or if Cena is going to bear the brunt of this assault. Huh? Bear the brunt?
Mute him. Good.
Oh,
unpredictable movement.
So the bear's being
punched.
Bear's going to bear the brunt of
bear the brunt of this terrible
Ronan's gone
Ronan
wild.
muted us
He
both
keeps
for some
muting
reason. He's gone power hungry. Sorry, that wasn't the audio cutting out.
He's sick of the puns. He's had enough. He can't.
That was just Ronan messing about with the audio.
Ronan can't bear the puns.
Chat says that commentary has become unbearable. No, can't mute them.
Don't worry, there's nothing.
Kill the stream.
There's nothing wrong with the audio. We've ironed out the kinks. So it does go for the double push with the poised counter attack.
And that's sad times for Iron. 1-inch melee.
Yeah, that's not.
Back in, well, out in no man's land.
It's not gone well. But with the unpredictable down, there's kind of more of a threat on the ball from Zorola.
Yeah?
Like Faris.
Can she get there?
I mean, if
that is a big old base to travel around a big old base.
That is true.
That's my only concern about that.
So Theron's going to go and probably pin something.
Put a forest down. And one of the interesting things is, I can't decide how he's going to put this. You put him in to force him to have -2/-2, but it gives him line of sight out of the forest. If you just put the forest down, you block off.
I'm assuming there's a. Oh, but he can't pin him now because he can't see him.
Oh, no,
right?
He's in the forest now, so you can see into a forest, and you can see out of the forest, you can't see through a forest. So there's method.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme.
Can't go under it, can't go over it, got to go through it.
That's it. It's probably pin sledge. That's it. Yeah.
So Sledge turned into a bit of a pin cushion here.
He's been pinned again.
He is pinned.
Ronan was not a fan of the maybe potentially accidental pun. He's becoming a pin cushion after he's been pinned.
Yeah, that one was. I mean, was that a pun?
If it was a pinned cushion.
If it was accidental. Yeah. Sorry, Ronan. We're starting to grate on him at this point. So now charging Iron.
Yeah. No reaction from Iron. Looking for 3s and 2. Four hits after armor. That can be a knockdown if he wants it.
And he does take the momentous knockdown.
Punch again. Two's 2 now. One miss. 4 total. 2 momentous damage. He's got tough hide, so down to 1 damage. Because he's damaged,
so
he gets snared.
Because of the damage.
So extra dice. All hit, 2 armor off, 2, 4, 6. Full playbook. 3 down to 2. Arrow to the Neon Faris. Which hits.
Which knee? Got 6 to pick from.
Yeah. Got to be one of the horses, right? Good activation from Theron there.
Yep.
That unpredictable movement play has spun the game into the Hunter's favour, definitely, after what was
I mean, ultimately that is a clinic on how to throw away winning an initiative and trying to press on.
It was such a strong blacksmith field until Zarola bounced away.
Yeah.
And now Iron's been hung out to dry. Do you go and send something in to save him, or do you just reset a little? The thing is, Anvil and Sledge have been very well controlled, and they're off to the side a little.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like them to be a bit more central. It almost feels like James baited them over there with Theron's placement.
Perhaps.
Because the fight went over that way.
Perhaps, but I feel like this is kind of just the issue with Iron has kind of compounded it, where there wasn't really anything on for Theron in terms of like being able to go in, get some momentum and make real good use of influence outside of taking shots at range, and then he was kind of just served up on a plate for him.
Yeah, definitely.
The Faris going to go in and try and fix the mess, I guess.
Should you bring up her playbook, see what's changed? So for me, blacksmiths have always been a bit of an
one I'm
enigma.
least familiar with, so she's going to go in, just walking in. So it does take the momentous stagger, so it's -1 defense, so Theron now 3s.
All hits. Oh. Can take a momentous knockdown if he wants it.
The thing is, the knockdown's a setup, and what do you do with that?
Yeah, it's one of the things. Like, knockdown's one of those very tempting.
Yeah, it's always there. It's like, oh, I could knock you down, then you def 2, and it's like, yeah.
And who else hits me?
But I guess you go for the def 2 and kind of set up like you do. The weird thing is, like, the push just puts him into cover at this point.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Like, if you knock down, you're more likely to get the push again.
But wants momentum, and that damage is not momentous.
Yeah. So takes the momentous double push.
Be going down to, I believe, 4 dice now. Can't, unless he was already in cover, and that's why he only rolled. I know Faris only rolled 5, but I'm not sure if that was because the bear's within 2, because the model and base is a bit hard to see.
That's the activation over.
So I'm guessing just trying to put closer to Sledge.
Yeah. I think Sledge has to sprint.
Yeah.
He can't make a charge, which greatly reduces his impact. Roller activating. So Zarola moving up to get a line of sight onto Theron, and spends. Oh, gives him
Midnight Offering.
Midnight's Offering.
Can make a jog. I'm just going to move him.
Just move back to the extremities.
The other side of the terrain piece, because you can't go over it.
Can't sprint over it. So Anvil gliding.
Have you ever seen an Anvil glide?
Definitely
Last time either didn't go too well.
Yeah.
Gravity is not is not an Anvil's best friend.
A cruel mistress. I'm not a fan of it's a tough one. I'm not a fan of Anvil going out to the wings.
I think just trying to
do something with the influence. Yeah. Falls on 1, takes a momentous knockdown. Shocker.
Is that Minx up there, yeah? Vet Minx?
Yes, yeah. 6 dice, 3s and 1. Oh, rubbish roll. 1 result, 1 damage.
1 damage. So I'm guessing he was looking for the push.
Yep.
So that Sledge didn't have to move before doing what he wanted to do.
Really wanted that double push.
Yeah.
A single push is nice.
Momentum would
strike
be
while the
lovely, I imagine.
Yeah. Then we're seeing the bear coming in now. Snared, knocked down. Big rolls from the bear. +1 damage negated by tough hide. So straight numbers on the bear's playbook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 4 damage. 5 down to 4. Then pays for his next attack. One miss, 3 armor. Again, 5 down to 4.
Leaves iron on 2 by my calculation.
And momentous death.
So
iron dies. It is 2-2.
Yeah. Nice bit of efficiency there, as James says. Now you've cleared your conditions and didn't cost you any momentum. Kind of just entirely splitting up as blacksmiths, and I do not know much about them, but as far as I'm aware, keeping them bundled is what you want to do.
Yeah.
But Ferrite going over there, just to the crowd out. So Fahad coming in on Ferris.
Yep. Don't think there's a snare token on it though, so damage on this is just...
More intrigued as to why Minx isn't going.
She needs to yet. Hold all that influence until...
Sledge is going to...
He's pinned.
So he is.
So that's a wrap for the little Fahad. Momentous 2 damage with a dodge and 1 damage on the wrap.
So a total of 3, which I believe leaves Ferris on 13.
Anything interesting happening in chat?
A fella called Steve won the other tournament. I'm assuming that's not Margetson because he's terrible.
He's terrible. He's on God's tier as well.
Terrible at that as well.
So, Vetminx there dropping a trap between all 3, being like, move.
Teehee. Take your pick. Steve Cole is the name of the chap that won the other tournament.
And Vetminx choosing to attack Bolt with a bonus time.
Is that Ferrite, right?
Yes. 3s and 2. 1 hit. It's a momentous dodge.
Momentous dodge, I'm guessing.
And Alistair there saying he laments not being able to get into base to base because you have a 2-inch melee. That 1-inch dodge just disengages you. I'm looking at a sprint away here, I think.
I think it's the right play. Just like, haha, you've been setting this up. See ya. So just moves around.
Moves around, take another punch.
Take
5
some
dice.
more momentum, please.
Yeah.
And nothing on that one.
The thing is, without singled out or tank buffs or anything, the Hunter's dice pools are quite low and the armor is high. You struggle to
so you kind
reach
of just
past like
kind of
3.
hoping that you get everything snared so that you're just ones are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean in terms of like just hit again and then run Minx back, but I also think he's trying to use Minx as a distraction over here, that Alistair's falling for hook, line and sinker of committing 3 members of his team over going after this model. If you run her back in, then the rest of the team comes in, and whether Alistair's intentionally doing it or not, he is going to begin to cluster back up, which is bad news.
Yep.
I think he's just intentionally leaving her out there on her own, knowing that she can actually get away from it fairly easily.
Yeah. I mean, Iron will come back on and...
Yeah, I think they'll end up mob, but he's happy to give up 2 points.
2
like
points
Faris is there as another 2.
Yeah.
He's got the ball.
Yeah. Plot cards coming out. Or game plan deck cards.
So it's 2 momentum to none. So
I am playing.
Probably sell it to the crowd, I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's going to be a sell it to the crowd.
I'd play wing back as a blacksmith player. Wing back. Gets to make a shadow-like within 8 inches of the edge of the pitch. He's fast.
And I'm not sure what the one that James has played is.
It's a +1/+1. I think it's a very low one.
Hunker down.
Hunker down, what does that do? Resolute, counter attacks game +2. Attack.
Is that what Resolute is?
The rule's right there.
Yeah, it is. So.
Let's do attack.
Oh, well, I was trying to find the bit that was like, do you pick a player if they're in the friendly half of the pitch?
And guess where they all are.
So in terms of that Minx, is she?
I don't know
on
that one.
Until she's. Is it like whichever
I think you're in
the
until
majority
you're out.
of? So until the whole base is over that line. Got you.
Which could be confusing to work out in the massive GB in the middle. Being like, I think I'm in. I think you're out.
Yeah. Like try to measure
from
ledger, like you do a measure. You measure towards the centre line. 18 inches is there. Which side's more? What side are you over?
If you sent mail in to us requesting something, the support team have been absolutely swamped recently. They are clearing them.
I believe we've also got 2 new members of support to try and cover the current backlog. So sit tight. However, if you are concerned, I don't believe it does any harm to send another in that email chain, because we have a proper support system now rather than operating out of a regular email inbox.
Yeah.
Because it used to be if you put another email into the same chain, it would bump you
to the top and you work from the bottom.
Because we work from the bottom down rather than the top down, so that you're going in kind of chronological order from when they were received. Yeah. So if you are slightly concerned, drop another one, but they are a bit behind. We've got some more staff on it now, so hopefully they'll be with you shortly. So influence goes out. Clock's pretty close.
Yeah. So Sledge healed up to 9 health.
Yep.
So James activating Theron. He's thinking about where he's going to put down the forest.
Do you reckon farmers are jealous of that?
Of what?
He can plant a whole forest. Boom. Planted a forest.
Yeah.
Take your silly mud. I planted a forest.
I'd like Sherwin to fluff this out for me. How does this forest keep
how
appearing?
does it do it? Does he like just fire an arrow up in the sky and then it plants so deep that it like buries a seed of a tree that immediately grows?
Yeah. Or has he got like a bunch of vents on his side? He's like, guys, can you just walk here in turn 2? Guys in chat, let's hear your ways of
what's your
fluffing
explanation
out.
of it? Give us the justification of how this forest appears from nothing. So momentous 2 damage coming out from Theron onto Faris here.
Yeah, he's just laying the beat down.
Like a DJ. Bop, 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 bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
Oh no, tone deaf. It's the most monotone, like Casio keyboard sounds you've ever heard in your life. Bop, 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 bop.
Makes a prayer to the Sun Father, and the Sun Father grants the gift. Maybe. I mean, every turn.
Rogaine.
Yeah, Rogaine. I like that one. That's the best one. That wins. Yeah. Oh, between 2.
So this is a pin going out onto Sledge again.
Poor Sledge is being so controlled.
Yeah. Hits Faris again.
I don't quite understand why Sledge didn't move last turn.
What's his movement? So his movement 5. He
So
was on the rough ground and
was
snared, so has a 1-inch movement.
Yeah. So players didn't unpause the clock.
Just leave it.
And James,
they're saying they'll just leave it paused for yours.
James said just leave it paused during your activation. So I think take all that thinking time now, Alistair. Goes for the momentous 3 damage. Faris looking real beat up right now.
On 8 by my maths, which is unreliable at best.
I think he just did 3 more. The card looks pretty filled up.
Would you say leaving her on 5 looks about right?
Yeah, if she is maybe 6.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. Go with 7. Better to be safe than sorry. Ball is so safe where it is. So Theron just in range of Faris is the intention there. And I'll have to just check in to make sure that was what they wanted. Took a double dodge. Faris looking for a goal. I think Alistair feels he has to do something with Faris here, or she just dies.
How much influence is it? 1 or 2?
Looks like 2.
So Crazy Porto, who is the captain for the Blacksmiths, we think it's Anvil, but we didn't hear who the captain was, and no one's ever had. None of the captains of none of the masters have ever had a particularly large stack on them, so not really sure.
We think it's Anvil. It makes sense.
Yeah, it seems
that you
like
choose the tough-hide, giving captain master to. So that was a Faris attack on the bear.
Bear takes a momentous double push. Takes a hit
Swinging now on Theron.
Should be 5 dice, 4 dice because of.
What does Faris gain if she's the
should be 4 dice by my maths. Fahad, crowd out, Theron in cover. So Takes a momentous push. You scalpel in disguise. You scalpel in disguise.
Oh, I like this play.
Moves up.
Because the legendary lets him make a kick without influence. Last attack onto Zarola. Tackles on 2. Just 5. Big dish. Last ditch attempt to get the ball. And misses it.
That all day long.
Yeah. It was bonus time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Spent the momentum. And gets a momentous push. But unfortunately missed the tackle. And I think that is the end of Faris.
Yeah.
Alistair lamenting, if I'd have rolled average on my 6 dice, or 5 dice.
So close, yet so far, Riss. Ronan didn't register that one, so I didn't get glared at.
Minx just making a jog around, avoiding melee zones, and he's going to just tease Sledge, be like, hit you, dodge away, ha ha ha, you can't hit me. Until Anvil bangs his hammer, and everyone dodges 2 inches back towards the goalpost, and he goes, aha, caught you.
And then she's like, cool, only took 3 of you, and a legendary.
That's not a legendary, that's a play.
Was that one a play? Which one's that one?
Strike while the iron is hot.
While the iron is hot. Iron's not hot, he's dead.
No, he's alive now.
He's alive again, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's a Yuletide hearth miracle.
You feeling fluffy today? Is that what it is? With the whole, why is the forest there?
Yeah. Counter-attack. Forgotten. Wow, Minx 5-1. +1 defense against attacks and characters made by a damaged enemy model. That is rancid.
Yep.
Perkins. I know your game.
It's good. It's good. Go ball.
It's go ball.
But I'd also argue that us knowing this game is not entirely fair.
Yeah. Oh.
Just dangling that bait out there. Got all of them.
All of them hit from Minx. She could slap down.
Take some momentous 2 damage.
2 damage on Sledge.
Who I believe has 5 left at this point.
Or miss 1 armor. Takes a momentous dodge. Don't dodge towards the goal. That's where he's going to end up.
So it'd have to be the while the iron is hot because he's pinned again, right?
Correct, yeah. So just click on to Sledge for us. So he's got Pile Driver and 2 Glitch, so yeah, so Sledge will do some work on V-Minx this turn.
I just think he just got so distracted by Minx that even if Minx goes down...
Oh, yeah.
I say that. In the grand scheme of things, like, so Faris goes down and then...
The thing is, Faris goes down and then the blacksmiths are all bunched up on that side of the pitch again. And then you have to go back into them to get the 4 more points before you can score your goal.
Yeah.
Like... Because you've got Minx there, it's actually fine, all this happening. As long as you get Minx, obviously. If you don't, you just be sad.
Sledge goes... So chooses to use his movement to not trigger the trap, essentially.
Yeah. So three swings coming through. He went gliding, and I believe he had. Does Ferrite have +2/+2? No.
Someone over there has +2/+2. Oh, but it's Faris, and it definitely wasn't her.
Yeah.
Where it's gliding with the 7-inch run.
And he is the captain because that's how he's making 3 more attacks. Boom, we got it.
Got there.
Anvil confirmed.
Yeah,
He's
so
singled out.
Minx has been singled out. I would argue that we've been aware of that for the entire game.
Momentous double push.
Double push.
Come back in, thank you very much. One last swing. No, that's it. A bolt gets healed. And by bolt, he meant sledge. So Sledge has 8 health left.
So JK moving in, dropping the trap. Hitting Varus. It's 5 successes in total. So all hit on the roll and then minus the 1 for the armor. So momentous 2 damage, triggers the trap, so it's 3 damage in total. Leaving Faris on 4, unless she's been healed, but I don't think she was.
I think she's healed.
Trying to work out if he wants to back to the shadow. So the reason the sledge activation is going to be pretty terrifying, which is intelligent use of a counter-attack from Alistair. He actually took the pile driver on his counter-attack, so he goes in with a pile driver.
Oh, nice. And his pile driver once per turn?
Nope.
Oh. Ah, okay, but if he's already got pile driver active, how does that interact with tutelage at the start of activation? He may use character play. I assume it.
If it starts its activation within 6 of the named friendly model, this model may use a character play once during its activation, so it doesn't have to be immediate.
Yeah. Ugh,
so it would be swing with pile driver, put pile driver up, swing again, and then assuming he's got 3 on him, another swing without a pile driver.
That's absolutely horrific because that's just a guaranteed 8 damage.
It's pretty gross. He really doesn't want to use the bear to finish Faris off, so he's going in with Fahad. She is snared because of the trap from JK, the push dodge of the result that took with JK.
And this is going to be a ton of damage coming in.
It's going to hurt.
As long as the dice are kind, I mean, the armor does quite a bit. It stops a complete playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Twos and 3. Plenty of 2s in there, but that's
5 in total. So that would be 2 up to 3, and then that's 4 damage. Should be 4 damage.
5 damage, isn't it? And that is a dead Faris. That is 4-2 to James. Some points have been scored. We're only, what feels like an hour in.
So yeah, both players have had about 25 minutes. So yeah, we're about an hour in. This is turn 2.
This is turn 2.
Yeah, just double checking that I've got the, yeah, this is turn 2.
Yeah, they've played, well, turn 3. In turn 1 you don't have a plot card.
Okay, yeah.
So we're in turn 3.
We're in turn 3. I want
Senegal.
Yeah, I want to see Zarola pass this to Cena.
4-inch dodge.
Don't have to. Midnight offering the bear. Don't need the dodge. Keep the momentum.
Yeah. I think she only got 2 on her, so it looks like it'd have to be an unsnap. Can't believe Bish Bash Bosh got picked up by the auto mod.
Silly auto mod.
Oh my goodness, look at that mess in the rough ground.
It's like that scene out of Shaun of the Dead.
Except V-Minx is definitely dodging all those.
Yeah.
Until Sledge arrives.
Yeah.
This is Iron coming in. Momentous 4.
So Minx is
7
currently
momentum
on
for
3
Hunters,
health, I believe.
3 for Blacksmiths. I mean, oh, she's knocked down, isn't she? That's why she's 4-1. That's a wrap. My goodness. Iron's wrapped. This must be death, right? Or is this going to farm for momentum? Three wounds left. Final attack. Momentous death.
So 4 all.
4 all. Oh, the points are coming thick and fast now.
Yeah, they're really railing in.
So Iron there heals for 4. Alistair there got confused about what he chose to do, and James was called him out on. He's like, "You've removed snared and you've healed 4. Which one did you do?" He's like, "I think I healed, so it should be snared. Sorry." And he's decided to put the trap back, so he's not snared at all. Seems a bit iffy to me. Midnight offering from the bear, not to the bear.
Pass to the bear. Pass to the bear. Boo worms. Boo worms.
I mean, be careful of Bolt.
Bolt's got no influence on him.
Not this term. If he jogs in, like, cause he gets
got unpredictable.
And then he jogs in again.
She doesn't care.
No, she does.
She doesn't care.
She cares the second time.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Then she'll just turn around and take it back. If he's used both of his dodges, both of his movements to be there to tackle. Got to kick it across the entire pitch to get it back to the rest of your players, and then the bear will just...
Well, that being said, you just go, I'll jog closer, Shoomerang, hit the bear, knock her down, go collect the ball. Shoomerang still exists, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. clears snare and glides. This is on Sledge, I believe.
Yeah.
Fed up with Theron's nonsense.
Oh, he's got... So, James here asking, can you stack your pile drivers? And I'm sure they're going to read the card now and figure out the conclusion that we came to is that once per activation you may use. So Alistair here explaining. James struggling to understand how it works.
Yes. So he's basically just explaining that I will pile driver you once and pile driver will go. Then I will re-pick up pile driver and I'll put that on my next attack.
To gain a free pile driver. I think he might be coming to ask a judge. Because this is absolutely terrifying for Theron.
Yeah. So it's not that it's stacking, it's that it's going to use it once.
Yeah.
And then reactivate it.
So, yeah, he attacked, he's triggered pile driver, he has it ready. He moves up, he attacks and uses pile driver. He then uses tutelage to gain his free pile driver, which then attacks again with another pile driver. So we've got Bryce over to go through it.
Yep. I'm not going to lie, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't think either player is doing a good job of explaining the situation.
No, they're not. James, I think Alistair explained it properly there to Bryce.
It's like I'm going to do one attack and use the pile driver I already have. Then I'm going to use tutelage to get pile driver back up and make another attack.
Yeah.
It's not once per turn. That's completely fine.
Yeah. Players still going through it. I feel like going up to Bryce and being like...
I think it's just James has got a misunderstanding where he thinks he's trying to add +6 next kits to its next attack. It's like, no, I'm going to do +3. Then I'm going to attack you again and get +3 again.
Yeah. I mean, thing is, I think you'd rather take the +6 because if you do +3 twice, that's guaranteed 8 damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bryce has got it here now.
So yeah, tutelage triggers at the start. It has to be within 6 inches at the start of the activation, but then you can use that character play without spending influence at any time during that activation. And it doesn't have to. You don't have to have the character play at the start of the activation, but being within 6 at the start of your activation gives you the choice to take a character play during it for free.
They've sorted it. Theron takes 6 damage from that first attack. Pile driver is used. Swings again. Takes another momentous 6. 12 damage. That's why it's so important to control Sledge.
Yep.
Especially
Theron
when he's
now has full health left.
Yeah. And Sledge has 3 damage on him. Bear to go next. No one snared, so no good options for damage output. But you can probably just go kill Sledge.
Seems to be what the plan is going to be.
Well, he's got 11 left. Probably not a kill, actually.
Who's that? Sledge. He's got 10 left.
10 left. 4s and 1. So, bonus timing. And Alistair declaring a counter-attack because he's not going to win the momentum race. Looking for 4s and 1 and 1 hit. And James lamenting his terrible roll here. As Sledge has a push on 2. Yeah, I agree. Not jogging into base contact seems like a poor choice here. Or you just go after Bulk. He's a 1-inch melee and he's...
think it's more doesn't wants to get rid of the problem.
Yeah. I agree. Oh, what happened then? I've seen he got a double push on one.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's all right then. Why were you lamenting?
I think it was wanting more momentum.
Yeah, he's winning the momentum race. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits from Sledge. Oh, stream down apparently. Don't message him in the chat, let him know it's coming back.
So, knocked him down, 3-1.
5 hits. Momentous 4 damage. Spend 1 to heal the bear.
Sledge is bleeding.
I need to just go mark it now because he can't stop that from happening.
So moving into the next turn, players just looking at the cards. Fairly certain James is significantly up on momentum here, so kind of
I think he's on +5.
I think it's like, what text do I want? Probably looking at fullback maybe, but it's very central, so I don't think that really helps unless Minx comes on right over at the side.
Well, we're just going to bring the stream all down. Come back.
Okay.
We're back. Chat, I'm sorry.
Can we get our screen back, please, Ronan?
We've got a...
Thank you.
Chat will die in a second. I only have 1% on my hotspotting phone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Goodbye, chat in chat on text, because... And it's gone. Press F to pay respects for Jamie's phone, who has been hotspotting a laptop all day so he can chat in stream.
I should get it up on my phone so I can at least read what you're saying and hope that the signal doesn't interfere with...
No, it won't, I'm sure.
So just as a quick catch-up to those that would have caught what happened when the stream went down, Cena, the whole Cena Sledge situation, saw Sledge left on, I believe, 3 health after getting a bit clawed up.
Yeah. Cena healed up.
Cena did heal up, but I wasn't aware. I wasn't sure if it was Cena or spending some of the momentum to heal Theron up, because they were talking about Sledge not liking what Sledge did, and Sledge didn't hit Cena to my knowledge. So. And James winning initiative. I'm going to be looking for the same sort of Theron, Forest, pin something.
Yeah.
Kill something.
Just putting the Forest in that really annoying position. You can't avoid that rough ground without a slide.
Yeah.
Glide even. But the fact it blocks line of sight's more the important bit for him.
You see, what's interesting is, like, it's hindsight is a very easy thing to look to.
Yep.
But had I been the blacksmith's player, wheeling around to the other side rather than the side you did means it's actually way harder to place forest because there's way more like obstructions over there, and they can't be within 3 inches, right?
Yep.
So if you start to go over that side, it makes the forest plate like you can kind of dictate the forest placement a bit more rather than where they are over this side, where it's just that small stack of sandbags in that side of the table.
And it looks like Sledge might go down here.
I would assume so, with like 3 health remaining, I believe.
And looking for 3s and 1, I believe. Maybe less. Then they got 3 wounds left on Sledge. Momentous 2. Momentous 2. Kills him,
goes down.
up to 6.
So James on 6, Alistair still on the 4.
Looking for a pin on Bolt. Looking for 4s. Bonus times and nails it. 2 damage, snared and pinned. James cannot find his pin marker there. You know what, I really didn't need this match to go on for a very long time because my phone was dying and I'm getting it in the neck because I was supposed to be home for 7.
For being late.
Home for 7 with tea on the table at 7:30. I was like, this match isn't going on anytime, isn't finishing anytime soon, so she's like, I already put tea on.
Getting berated.
I was like, oh no. And now my phone's died. So I'm
Jamie,
now
are
not
you
answering.
ignoring me?
Emma, if you're watching at home, I'm sorry.
He told me he's not.
It's
when, when the stream died, he told me he's not.
It's James and Alistair's fault.
He said he's asked them, he paid them off to make this because he doesn't want to go home. He's enjoying SteamCon so much, he wants to stay here forever.
You know that's not true.
You nearly did a swear, didn't you?
No, I didn't actually.
So this is Anvil on, I believe, the bear.
Looks like.
I do indeed believe the bear. Speaks nothing but the truth.
Knocks down the bear. They all hit. And one less dice, that's one more hit, that's the armour.
Takes a momentous double push.
Anvil taking the double push. Damage number's not fantastic, so get momentum, set up the potential kill later on. And James only needs one more kill. I might just go get the goal to force the question.
Kind of just had the goal the whole time. Well, he's just been delivered his next kill.
What, Anvil?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough ask. Bolt is a better option. He's snared. The bear likes a snared model.
But he doesn't have much repositioning due to lock Anvil in there.
You spend your feral attack pushing Anvil. Anvil stoic? Only on the legendary.
Tough hide.
You. Oh, is that the legendary from Anvil? Big token just went down. Gain stoic. Friendly models within 6 inches of the aura. That's nice. Gain tough hide and stoic as well.
Do you know what's weird about gaining stoic?
If you've been pushed.
If you've been pushed, does that...
Yeah.
because the wording is more to support someone that always has it on their card.
So
the wording of it may ignore the first push that it suffers each turn.
So if you've been pushed and you get stoic, you're like, I've had my first push, so...
A bit weird.
Yeah. Or is it the first push since you become stoic? I don't know.
It's not what the words say.
Three armor, 3 hits, 4 hits. James running out of clock here. Needs to find this kill quick. And then score.
Double push.
Maybe it wasn't a legendary then. So he takes the knockdown instead.
Yep.
I don't know if you're stoic, I'll knock you down. I've got the option.
Yep.
And 22 with tough hide. Not worth the chase. Bolt.
I mean, I personally would go for Anvil.
Everything.
Because then, like, everything I'm doing is decided. I'm just going to send everything at you.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I can have quick activations, make up my clock time. It forces the question out of them.
4-1. Does Momentous 3 damage. 8 health left. Oh. 4 Momentous.
Bolt on 4. And now he's just going to run away.
Yeah. Well.
That's like why I would.
He's pinned in a little bit though. Does he have any way of disengaging? I guess you sacrifice your acrobatic jog, Shimmerang.
I mean, primarily I'm looking at. Well, I guess he wants far ahead to try and burn it through the middle, but I'm not sure that avenue is there, which is, I'm guessing, why he wanted to push Anvil out the way.
Yeah. I quite like the option for Bolt to jog with his stamina round to get in range of Shumaranging Anvil. So throw it at Anvil for 2s and rebound it back onto the bear, disengage himself, use his actual jog to just get away.
Well, he's pinned, right? Can't get away.
Stupid pinned.
Stupid pinned. Making everything so hard. Where even is Theron now? Is he like right at the top?
So, yeah.
That's Sledge. Oh, did he die?
Sledge died.
No.
That's Theron, Snowy Base.
Theron?
Just next to Anvil.
Ah. Oh yeah, of course Sledge died. To me, to my eyes, where I'm looking now, that sculpt looks more like Sledge than Theron. I don't know why. Looks like a dude holding something with the 2 arms. Shumarang on, I believe, the bear?
Yeah, I think it just hit him and then knocked him down.
Yep. So, having some hits on the bear. Guess it just looking for momentum to then spend some to heal.
Yep.
Takes the momentous dodge. And 4 damage down to 3.
It's ridiculous. Their damage numbers are so good. Well, it's because it's just such a big number at the top of the playbook.
4 down to 3.
Bolt here, just railing attacks in. 12 with tough hide, and Cena left. Yeah, and as James has rightly pointed out, with Iron standing there, Cena's not looking great when he's knocked down with a friend crowding out. He takes the extra point of damage.
So he takes the two momentous on that last roll to get the momentum. Surprised didn't spend any to heal.
Yeah. Or clear bleed.
Must have a plan.
I mean, this is like the scary thing, I guess, is that you could Midnight Offering, you just chain bowler him at the end of the turn. Chain bowler, have a shot, and
so
then you have
Cat
to
charges Anvil.
Yep.
I'm guessing he's going to back to the shadows over towards Bolt.
Yeah.
Has he got? Am I making that up? He's got some dodgy stuff. I swear he used to have it. No, that's right. You always wanted to take the dodges to disengage to charge back in. That's right.
Two down to one, and a dodge to disengage. Oh, I think we're offline again.
Or is it?
Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
Good job. Phone. So I've got my phone up to keep my eye on chat, and it just said it was offline, so it may have gone offline briefly.
So Iron gliding, bumping Ferrite out of the way, making it to the edge of the forest, take swings onto Theron.
Okay, tactics on 4-1.
Yep. Still 17 minutes on clock.
Yep.
Total.
Welcome to 2019. Game's still going.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending New Year with us. They're on with 2 boxes left.
Thing is, it's the masters of chip damage versus the masters of high impact, high rolling damage.
Yeah.
It's just
momentously killing Theron.
Momentously killing Theron, 6-6. They are perfectly matched.
I mean, we did say at the start this one was gonna be a drawn out one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like the hunters have to have their big, like, damagey activations with the bear and Theron, because they struggle to break through the armor with the others.
So I'm wondering if the game is going to hit a turning point now.
It really could do.
So JK going over there, dropping a trap next to Iron.
Yep.
And punching Iron don't go well usually.
No. I mean, what's this double dodge on? 3. Not likely.
6 down to 5 because he's in cover.
Yeah.
Using that forest against him.
We'll effectively have 2 armor at the end of this. So he's 3 down to 2. 3 hits. Oh, he has hit it. Wasn't likely, but he did it. He's got back to the shadows. Ferret looking for a 7-inch walk here. What's that? Seven-inch sprint.
It's because the tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, if she legendaries, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess get her in.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, give up. Don't know where the 7-inch walk came from there. Besides a sprint, like if it was a charge action, maybe.
If
it was a charge with a glide.
The forest.
Sorry.
Moved like around the forest
right.
thing. I'm lost. I'm lost as to what that was.
Yeah, that seemed a bit off. So that could have been.
Could have been an acrobatic and then a walk. I can't see how that was free unless it was a legendary.
That's the thing, right? It's the fact it wasn't free and there wasn't the momentum spent to glide is what's confusing me there.
Yeah.
It's like you forgot rough ground existed.
Yeah.
Faris hasn't been yet to give quick foot to someone.
Yeah. So it was a Mentor's push dodge, spending 2 to stand anvil up.
Yep. The past sort of, I'd say 15 minutes or so, play seems to have gotten quite sloppy.
Yeah.
All over.
Players aren't communicating overly clearly between each other.
No, and no widgets.
I think I agree with Wild Rage, where they say at this rate it will come down to clocking out. I agree, but not the kind of clocking out you're thinking. I'm thinking round timer.
Yeah.
From next year's SteamCon.
So Anvil is getting stood up, and then.
And was that a get over here iron to move iron over there?
Yeah, it must have been. Even then, Iron's movement's what?
Iron's movement is...
Oh, it's a dodge move, so...
Yeah.
Still
so
4
you've
inches.
got a charge for 1 influence coming in.
Yep.
Because of the card.
Yep.
Oh, Minx coming in.
4 successes from Minx. With that, so much has gone on. Should that trap not have triggered with the get over here dodge?
Probably.
Iron should have taken the damage and be snared.
Yeah, it's got a bit sloppy.
It's all getting
I feel like
frantic
both players are tunnel visioning on how they're getting their points.
Yeah.
They're kind of forgetting all the stuff going on around it, which is understandable, but
yeah, I mean, it
makes commentating hard.
Yeah,
because we can't work out what's going on.
It's also frustrating to watch because as we've said in the past, we're not invested in the game and we can see the rules clearly happening and unfolding before us, and it can be annoying to watch like Ferrite walk across rough ground. And not take a penalty. It can be annoying to
walk for 7
when you move 5.
As far as you're aware, you should have walked 3.
Yeah, yeah. And then make attacks, call over somebody who seems to have gone more than 4 when they should have got snared. It's small things like this that make a huge impact in a game.
Yeah. So
Butterfly effect.
Wandering over, going for
Sprints
a shot.
And shoot on goal, get those 4 VPs in the bag and sit pretty. I don't know actually.
Not sure how
That's
pretty
a goal.
So that is a goal.
10-6.
Which will be 10-6.
Ronan is cheering.
Ronan's hungry. You hungry, Ronan?
I am.
He's peckish.
I am in that camp. I am very hungry, and I am very conscious I have food waiting for me at home.
Along with a very angry woman.
Yeah.
Standing by the door, tapping her foot. And then as you walk through the door, just pouring your dinner on the floor directly in front of you.
Yeah. Bon appetit.
So the scatter from the goal kick going 4 to the 5 or 5 to the 4 or kind of just wherever you want to put it, apparently.
Doesn't matter. None of the rules in this game matter anymore.
Apparently Bolt's having.
Clean the table up.
What a mess.
What a mess.
What a mess.
And the players now are debating momentum scores. And Alistair confused there because you rolled 3 dice.
Yes,
so, yeah, she gained
kick 3.
She gained kick 3 in season 4. I was just like, oh right. It used to be 2.
Dorota seems really good. I mean, she's always seemed really good.
She got better. All right, going into turn 4. +7 versus +4. This is where the card's now coming into it. Lone Striker versus keep the ball moving. Blacksmiths playing their highest card, and as are the Hunters, but Hunters taking it. Theron arriving back on the board, back on the pitch.
So I'm just not sure where these last victory points comes from. Bolt's on 4, I think, unless he was healed. Who knows at this point? Doesn't look like there's any damage on his card.
Yeah, no,
so
it looks like he's been completely healed by the looks of it.
The only blacksmith that any visible damage seems to be.
It is something I've noticed during the game is that Alistair has one of those pens that are running out, so you can't quite see the damage, which makes it difficult for us to, at a glance, track. Is he eyeing up a bear goal?
We're going on a bear goal.
It's a bold plan. When's the Bears tackle?
Just the 5.
Casual 5. Yes.
So Zerola running back.
So going with Zerola, has -1 because of Lone Striker. If we bring up her card. The tackle's on 3. She's dice 4 up to 8, and ± equals out.
Yep.
7 dice apparently. Oh, the bear's knocked down, so it's just 7 dice.
Yeah.
And Bolt defensive stance correctly. You know, you're just going to shut down any attempt at this. I mean, she can only take.
It's gone quite well, though.
Oh. Momentous tackle.
No, it's not momentous.
It's not a momentous tackle. Not on your card, does it say? What's going on, players? Speak. Was that 2 hits? What's Bolt's base defense?
4.
So it's a 5-1. So he had 2 hits after armor, so he couldn't actually tackle.
Right. Okay.
Now is his chance. He won't get it on any more attacks. He's got Sentinel, so 2 armor.
Why is the clock paused?
Ronan, can you run and tell him to put the clock on? Because this is vitally important for both players.
Oh, it's just started again anyway.
Oh. How strange.
Did it just randomly stop? Because I didn't see anyone touch it.
I didn't see anyone touch it, and it looked like it was frozen.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a glitch in the matrix, and it wants James to have more time.
Yeah. Someone might have tapped over. I don't think I saw anyone's hand go towards the clock, and then I looked at it again, and it just was ticking.
Again.
Seven damage on the bear, leaving him on 4. So I think it's about to flatten the bear.
Yeah.
The bear goes
and
down.
Bear goes down. It's 10-8. Measure. Oh, you have a 4-inch jog. You can't assume you can. I'm getting really wound up at the.
Just shoving models around.
About the. Yes, you are on 3 minutes, but it takes a few seconds.
Yeah. So knockdown. I believe knocked down Fahad and then took 2 damage. It's got pretty sloppy.
It's got so sloppy. This is a game built around precision measurements and very clean play.
And a chance in the World Championships.
Yep.
And if you think that'll ride up there, it will not.
You will get called out on it. I think with both players being on the time it is, neither care all that much about a few, like, half inches.
2 damage on Farroy.
A sneaky switch the clock over, I need to get these tokens out of my bag move from James here. Alistair, you need to take your turn. Your clock is ticking. Didn't need to waste those 10
it's
seconds.
now just, it can bolt score. Hits the 2 traps.
Anvil takes 2 traps, takes 2 damage. Heals for full.
Okay, so Anvil takes the traps, wandering in and hitting someone. Didn't seem to say any words.
I think he's saying it's hit her. Is that Veteran Minx?
Yeah.
Frantic. Momentum single out. Last attack with +2. Momentous double push.
So it was a double push.
It's getting frantic. 5 minutes left in the game.
JK moving into the mess in the middle. So JK moving in and hitting Ferrite. Does counter attack. Momentous 1 damage and a dodge. And then hits Iron. I'm assuming not Iron, I'm assuming he means Anvil.
Yeah. And just 2 down to 1. Seems.
And then goes into hit Ferrite again.
Mentus 2. And
The
again.
last one.
Mentus 2 and a double dodge. Heals Minx. Anything from chat?
Just frustration at essentially cutting corners with precision.
Yeah, no, I agree. Lots of sloppy players happened in the past 10 minutes from both player.
Yep.
And Faris there swinging but missing everything. 46 seconds left. Theron puts Veteran Minx in cover. Jogs up. Tries to pin Ferrite. 2 dice, needing 3s.
Curious as to whether Bolt's got the speed to get up there and score.
2 damage speed. 2 damage pinned and snared.
And who was that one on?
That was on Ferrite. Everything's getting focus fired on Ferrite at the moment. Sledge charging into Zarola, who was defensive stanced.
Sledge.
6s, nothing hits. Pass back over. Cat just snudges up. It snudges, I don't know what that word is anymore. Six health left on the kitty cat. Alistair just looking for victory points to bring him closer to victory on
really
time.
Sure why?
I don't know.
Just do quick activations. You know, I'll Shoomerang you, then I'm good. Over to you. Waste more of your time.
Yeah. Shoomerang off of somebody. So knock down the cat. 3 attacks coming in. They're freebie Shoomerang from tutelage. Seems like a bad activation to me. Just jog, or jog sprint. You're killing your clock.
Yep. So Farhad's gone.
Farhad's gone, so 10-9. And he falls back to Zarola. Zarola could take her unpredictable here if he wanted. He's put himself on bad clock. And then healing Ferrite for 4. That's all done. 20 seconds each left on the clock. It's 10-9. And the unpaused clock there just whilst they sorted out a little bit of jiggery-pokery from Ferrite. Don't know how she moved again. I think she hadn't activated yet.
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. Yeah. Anyone in chat know why Ferrite moved again?
I'm guessing she just did another 7-inch jog while snared or something. Who knows?
Who knows anymore? So on cards, Hunters have a 2 and a 1.
I've got a 6 because I've only got 1 left for some reason. So you must have missed one.
Or you've put an extra one down. But either way, it will probably go to the Hunters because 7 momentum versus 5. 7v6.
So the clock needs to be unpaused now.
Yeah. So James decided to go first.
Or not unpause the clock.
And the clock is ticking.
So James going first.
Theron gets 6. Garner gets 3. It's like 4. The horrible sound of timeout.
Yep.
Doesn't matter in this phase though, so.
Frantic rushing.
Yep. Cheeky. So at the end of this activation, Alistair will score a VP.
Yep. So apologies to chat for the commentary. We're trying to piece it together as best we can, but we see the same thing you see because the players aren't really saying much.
They aren't saying anything of use. It's just numbers.
Apparently 222 something.
Takes momentum. It's knocked down on Iron. Iron's a terrible target. Stuff hided. You don't have any damage buffs.
Where's Iron? Iron's in the middle. So this is Theron.
Theron's hitting Iron, yeah. Momentous push. Out of Sentinel. Extra dice. Don't know why, because... Blessing some father to pin. 2 damage.
So when's that minute up?
Now.
So 1 point over, so 10 all. Just jump there and do nothing.
Just pass to iron. Unsuccessfully, because it is 5, yeah.
Smash some models out of the way while we're going. So confused.
What is going on? Where's the...
So this is a pass 2 and then an I'm open to get the ball back.
I get that, but like, where's the
measurement of anything?
Measurement of anything come from here? Shot on goal scores. That is game. I think that was quite sloppy at the end. I don't think that was a legitimate goal run from what was announced by the players.
I'm pretty confused as to what was going on at the end there, but
so it was obviously a stamina jog, a pass to someone.
It was so I think it was a pass to Anvil.
He was engaged by 2 players.
Was it one of them was they were knocked down?
Yeah, so that was a 5. That was
so
fine.
Then then an I'm open from whoever it was passed to,
so
but the ball was never placed on whoever it was passed to, so I don't know who it was passed to.
Was there a pass dice made? I don't remember seeing a clutch pass made.
I don't.
Yeah, did you see it? Guys at home, did you see a clutch pass made
at any point?
Because that would have been a pass with -1.
But I.
Oh well.
12-10 for Alistair.
At the end there.
I think maybe it was 20. I mean, and numbers don't matter anymore.
Yeah. Welcome to Guild Ball, where the points don't matter.
Right.
Right.
Anyway, we shall stop being salty because it's been a long day. That was a very hard one to end on.
Sorry you had to witness that.
We'll do one more quick plug of the codes and stuff, and then we will let you get on with your evening, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. So we do have the Team Stream 20 code to get 20% off Guild Ball stuff. You got it right last time, but messed that up.
Where is it? There it is.
That looks lewd. So we got the Team
Stream 20
code for 20% off at store.steamforged.com for all your Guild Ball goodies. We will have, just for the kind of openness and transparency of information, we will have Black Friday on the 23rd of November where there will be some deals on stuff. We can't say whether that will be more or less than the 20%. However, if you want to make sure that you make the most saving on what you're potentially looking for, you want to hold off until Black Friday, that's fine. If you do want to pick up some stuff and support us with all the streams,
if you have the urge to splurge,
then please go ahead and use the code. It's there if you wish, but we do not want you having any buyer's remorse if you were to purchase something now and then in 2 weeks' time on Black Friday it ends up cheaper. We don't want to kind of misguide you in that way, so we want to make sure you have all of that information. We will be back tomorrow, starting, assuming there's no Longshanks issues, at 10 a.m.
Yep.
And that will go on until, assuming it's the same time as today, it'll be 10.
10 till 6, and then at 8 o'clock it's the keynote.
Yes. So we'll be back for another whole day tomorrow. I'm going to go and get some food, and then some sleep, and maybe clean myself.
I'm going to go grovel.
And you've got to go grovel because you're in trouble. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks especially to those that have been with us all day long.
Yes, thank you very much.
And we shall hopefully catch you tomorrow where the players talk to each other and roll dice for things
and measure
and have some idea of what's going on.
That'd be nice. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.